I don't know if this is showing up correct with the glare of the sun or not. It's hard for me to see. I'm up here in this tree looking at this beautiful, beautiful mass of wild mushrooms that Allah has provided for me. And I began harvesting and eating these 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago, I can't remember. And there's probably enough here to feed me for the rest of the month, if not into the beginning. So these are beautiful, beautiful mass of wild mushrooms growing up in this tree that I have way up on this ladder to reach. Now, and these are very strong mushrooms, as I have found out the other day when I started eating them. They're very strong. I really hate to break a piece off of one that I'm not going to pick. Okay, here's a small one. I had to cut them with scissors the other night. These are very tough, which is a demonstration of the strength of their medicinal properties. And these are a really, really tough skin mushroom. And I'm going to tell you, the medicinal effect that they had on me was like immediate. And my pain, I was in chronic pain. I had a lot of inflammation running through my body as a result of these war crimes of electromagnetic terrorism and them targeting my internal organs, particularly my liver. I ate only part of one mushroom about the size of this big one right here. And like I said, the glare of the sun is obstructing my view, so I'm not really sure how good this is going to come out in the video. And I'm getting stuck on tree branches and everything. Let me try to get a better shot. It's a huge wild mushroom mass, and it's beautiful. And so I had ate a portion of one of these the other night raw, and within minutes my liver began flushing, and it continued to flush the whole night, and so much toxicity and inflammation came out of my body and released with it so much pain and so much stiffness. And I'm going to tell you what the relief that I felt with these mushrooms, the power that they have when they brought the poisons out of my body, all this electromagnetic pollution and radiation, okay, and that turns inflammatory. It turns oxidative stress, and it turns inflammatory. Okay, and it was in my joints, my soft tissues, and my muscles, and I was so stiff, and I was in so much pain, and it was causing circulatory obstructions. Well, these mushrooms just pulled it right out of my body, and Allah has provided plenty enough here for me to get it all purified out of my body. Although I'm up against daily, continuous electromagnetic torture, I also use xeloid minerals. It's a formation of volcanic ash and lava. Okay, I'm not talking about the CIA, not natural, Scientology, what do they call this, TRX or TRS or whatever it is. I'm not talking about this liquid xeloid that they engineer with nanotechnology. Avoid it like the plague. Okay, I'm talking about the actual mineral formation of the volcanic ash and lava itself, the powder form of it that you mix with your own water. If it says anything about nanotechnology, any of that stuff, don't use it. Okay, forget the naturopath. America's naturopath doctors. You know how America's naturopathic doctors do heavy metal detoxes? They intravenously run an IV through you with heavy metal neurotoxins to bind to the heavy metal neurotoxins in your body. Okay, and then what they do is they pull it out of the bloodstream, and then they compare a new blood test to a before blood test. And they say, see the result? Okay, well, they touched absolutely nothing stored deep in the joint, soft tissue, and the muscles that literally take years, okay, to get out. Like 2 years, 3 years. It takes years. And you don't use another heavy metal you don't poison yourself with another heavy metal neurotoxin to bind to and pull out a heavy metal neurotoxin. That's just idiocy, okay, which America's allopathic medical industry is based in. Idiocy. Now look at here, this little black squirrel. That's one of my squirrels. I feed him up there. I love him so much. I don't know if he's there he is. There he is. They are so much fun to watch. There's another one. I've been watching them. There's a nest. There's one of their nests. I've been watching them steady building their nest, getting ready for the winter. They are so much fun. There's another one. Which of his favors will you deny? Assalamu alaikum. Sure. I got a. So, this is how this big mass of mushrooms, a blessing from Allah, that, believe it or not, these were not here last week. Okay? These were not here last week. I know that because I spend all my time, most of the time, out here in nature, harvesting and picking flowers, weeds, berries, grapes. There's wild strawberries growing in the ground. Let me show you what a real strawberry looks like. Not these genetically engineered golf ball size strawberries that they sell in America's supermarket. Those are Frankenberries. Let me show you what an actual real strawberry that has not been engineered by Frankenscience looks like. That's what they look like. Okay, and the ground is covered out here. Oh, oops, I dropped it with these strawberries. So I eat these. Okay, and this is how you get real, what they call vitamin B in its real form, which you cannot get off a store shelf in a bottle. Okay, real vitamin B that supports the neurological system comes from unwashed plant life. Because what it is, okay, and if you want a more educated explanation than I am able to offer, you can look it up and research it for yourself. But, trying to eat this mushroom. What it is it is a coating. It's not bacteria, but it feeds life-sustaining probiotic bacteria. And it is a coating that coats the plants as a protective mechanism. And when you wash plants, okay, you wash that away. It cannot be harvested and bottled and shelved and sold on a store shelf near you, like the CIA cult of Scientology with their not natural health movement tries to convince you. Okay, if you got B12, vitamin B12 off a store shelf, throw it in the fucking trash. I don't care if you ordered it from Standard Process, Young Living, or whatever other multi-billion-dollar Scientology-owned high-end supplement company. It's garbage. It's some kind of chemically or machine manufactured mimicker. Throw it in the trash and go out and pick yourself some raw plant life from the ground like this and eat it, or these mushrooms, and that's how you get real vitamin B. Um, Dirt does not hurt. You ever heard God made dirt? God made dirt. It don't hurt. Okay, well that's true. Dirt is not dirty. There's more strawberries. And then we got these wonderful clovers with these beautiful yellow flowers. Me and my grandmother, we used to love to sit out in the yard and we would eat these. Here's some, but they don't have yellow flowers because the soil in America is highly contaminated. It's stripped and it's empty, so things don't grow like they used to. But these clovers right here, they're sour. Except, like everything in America, like America's dry, juiceless oranges in the supermarket. Okay, they're watermelons that the birds won't even eat. It's the same. It's tasteless. Used to be 40 years ago, 40 and 50 years ago, when me and my grandmother used to sit out and shove fistfuls of them at a time in our mouth. They were bursting with flavor. Sour, juicy flavors, and you chew on them and you suck the sour juices out, which are rapidly absorbed through the blood vessels under your tongue and directly into your bloodstream as a powerful, powerful medicinal dose of medicine that they are. And the same goes for these. These here are These are for heavy metal neurotoxins. And these grow purple flowers, but you know, this is America. Everything's empty and it's dead and it doesn't produce. Okay. The violets, they call them violets, those little purple flowers. Okay. The reason these grow is these purify the soil and the earth of heavy metal neurotoxins. And they have the ability to do the same thing inside the human body. They have the magnetic ability within their live energetic enzymes to grab onto heavy metal neurotoxins stored in your body and pull them out. Which works really, really good in assisting the zeolite mineral, the volcanic ash and lava. There's more of those little clovers that should have yellow flowers, but they don't. Here they are. These. Oh, these are so good. Except in America, they don't have a taste anymore, just like the flowers don't have smells. Flowers do not have smells in America anymore. Plants do not have taste. And a lot of them that used to give off flowers don't anymore either. So, this is a beautiful berry bush, berry tree. when the berries are in season, that season ended about probably 6 weeks ago, though. But this whole ground was covered with blackberries. There's grapevines growing back here, but I'm not going to get back into those. Hopefully, those will be more plentiful next year than they were. You know, there's chicory growing here too. Chicory, I think these are called chicory. Now, I drink chicory. I buy chicory imported from India. And it's like coffee. It tastes like coffee. These flowers, the roots, these are what? Chicories. I may have... They have a very bitter taste. Which of his favors will you deny? All these wonderful, bountiful gifts that Allah has provided, and I am so grateful. I am so thankful. God is great. God is merciful. This is Global Missing Persons Alert, Interpol Yellow Notice number 21-22733.